Hello, beautiful friends. It's Lynette here, and I garden here in Circleville, Ohio. And today, this plant is killing me. We got to go and dig this plant up and replace it. So come and join me today. We're going to have a marathon of planting today. I got to get stuff done, and this plant is basically looking dead to me. What do I do? I also wanted to show you guys my new tool. It is a auger by Ryobi, and it's really useful, and it's so easy. Like if you see right here, there's the forward button, and then to bring it back out, you hit the reverse button. Rosie. Rosie, say hi to everybody. Rosie. Hi, baby girl. Okay, I went ahead and planted 3 of the first scent dianthus that we just pulled out from this area here. And maybe they'll like this spot better. It gets a lot of afternoon sun. I had a border dahlia. It's going to be a yellow one. So I popped that in, and then 2 more dianthus back there. And I apologize. My mic was not working for most of this video, but I wanted to explain again what exactly I was wanting over here and what the plant that I put in here did not give me. So right where this pot here is, this is what was planted in there, and it is a dianthus, and it's called First Scent Dianthus, and I'm not loving it. Not in this spot. I'm going to try to find, I did find a sunnier location for this to go, but what I was wanting in this area is the pink, the white, and the purple, like this. Another reason I planted the petunias in a pot is anytime I plant petunias in the ground, slugs eat them like crazy. So I thought, well, maybe this will help with that. And I also think it just looks really, really pretty. This bed over here is fairly new, brand new last year. And so last year I planted the Incredibles and the dwarf spruce trees. And this year I planted, I planted salvia last year as well. And I planted more Veronica and salvia this year. I split some up earlier. But this is kind of my vision for this area over here. Just love the sweetness of the pink and the purple and the white together. Okay, the next thing I want to get potted up is this. It's on its probably last leg. This will probably be the last year I use it, but I want to show you what I'm going to put in it. Okay, I want to put this mandevilla in here. Nikki bought this for me when we went on our little shopping trip to Lowe's. I was trying to weed my cart down and I put this one back and she grabbed it and said she was going to buy it for me. So it is a vining mandevilla, and you know, it's a tropical plant, so it's an annual here for us. It's cold hardy to zone 10. So I could probably try to take this into the sunroom maybe this winter, but it gets really cold in our sunroom too. So I got to clean this pot out pretty good, and then I want to plant this in it. I also want to do some of my vine, so I just pulled some out of the ground, and then we'll just sort of do it on the outside here. Okay, I think I like it. I did get some English ivy out of my yard and popped it in there. Old leaf from last year. And then I just kind of like took the pieces and sort of pushed them out a little bit. And hopefully they'll start growing up it and vining. You can see that little, how pretty that little flower right there is. Okay, I chose this grouping of plants to go in these window boxes. And the reason I chose these all do okay in part shade. And I got begonias, I got white and pink. I got lobelia, it's Riviera Rose. I got some coleus. It's Wizard Jade, and I got a rose petunia and a white, or a rose impatient and a white impatient. Okay, I think I want to start with the impatient in the middle. then I think I want a lobelia on the end. And I might do a lobelia over here. I just don't know if I have enough. If not, I can go get some more. I just think that would look really sweet. And I think I want a green jade coleus over here. And a begonia, a white begonia. Here. To show you guys my sweet visitor that just came. She's probably scared to death, but this is the new batch of kitty cats next door. Isn't she adorable? Yeah, you're adorable. You're okay, girl. She's so sweet. I think she was just wanting some lovin's because she kept coming over to me. Yeah, you're so sweet. Let me show you how adorable the window boxes turned out. So when you guys are doing your pots and stuff, think sort of outside the box. I found these racks at a garage sale, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I think they were $2 for all 4 of them. And I just got the idea to put little clay pots in them. Only problem is I'm gonna have to keep these really watered because they're so small. Then let's also talk about these beautiful hydrangeas. Look how beautiful that one is right there. It's so pink. And that one's just turned into pink. This will be so pretty when they get all fully bloomed. This one's doing really well. Here's where the other window boxes went, of course. And the lobelia just brings a really, really sweet touch to it. I ran out, so I did not have enough to do on the very last one. But if I want, I could always get some more, pop them in. And the English ivy is doing so good this year, you guys. It's looking really, really healthy. I was worried about it with us getting our porch completed. And then here's the other one. And I gotta get up there and cut some of this ivy away. Not all of it, because I love it, but I do need to cut some of it. But look how adorable that looks. Up next for our marathon of planting containers is this iron stand. And I just put some clay pots in it. So let's get this potted up real fast. I want to start with a little bit of English ivy first. This is going to be the part that trails out here. And then this is going to be the part that I'm going to put into the dirt. So I'm going to pull off these. This just came right out of my yard, you guys. Maybe one more. And that root right there will hopefully start rooting in. I'm gonna go up through here. And then what I'll do is I'll pull these roots off here, just for aesthetic purposes. And I want to put some fresh dirt in these pots as well. I'm using Pro Mix. I think I'll start with this Beacon Rose Impatient. Put this sort of in the back here. I thought this asparagus fern will look pretty in there. Pull your roots out a little when it's bounded like that. Let them sort of loosen up a little. Yeah, that'll fill in pretty. I think I'll go with a white impatient on the end. This is a Beacon White. And on the end, I'm going to go with a begonia. This is Super Olympia Pink. Today, you guys, here in Ohio. But these are my next planters that I'm on a marathon to get planted up, and they're just going to be really simple. I'm going to get some vine. I'm going to do some impatiens. Okay, I recharged my dirt a little. Now I just want to throw a little bit of this biotone in here. I think it's going to be real simple. It's going to be like an impatient. Maybe a vine, impatient, then a vine, and then a pink one right there. Keep it simple, simple, simple. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this fun marathon of planting. Do you guys have plants in your garden that you just don't love? I do, and a lot of times I just let it grow. I think I'm going to change my mindset a little, and if I don't love it, it might get pulled. You guys go find a plant that you don't love and pull it out of your garden today, and go find your passion today. Thank you.